Dear Brother Roland, please offer my congratulations in advance to the families expecting new children back home. I forget sometimes that Arche oversees not only death, but also birth, the full cycle of life. Lately I've seen more death than I care to, and I'm glad for any reminder of the other side of things. Many times I've wished that you were here with me as I travel. I wish that I could come to you for guidance now, as I have for most of my life. How can I tell if my actions serve the will of the divines or my own selfish purposes? How can I tell what is right from what is merely convenient? Of course, you've never told me what my choices should be, or what path I should take. It would be easier if I could just do whatever any priest of the divines tells me, but a priest is as human as I, and not necessarily more wise. Sometimes a simple pilgrim seems to show a better understanding of divine will. I don't yet understand what the divines intend for me, much less for Tamriel, but I fear the time is coming when I will need to know, and to make choices not only for myself but for others as well. I don't know if I can do this on my own. I just want to play my lute, sing my songs, and to tell my stories. Let the world worry about itself. But it seems the divines, and my mother, have other plans for me. I know you can't make my decisions for me, but I welcome any advice you can give. With love, Edda. P.S. If you see Claudia, tell her that I agree with her completely. But she shouldn't ask me about my mother's plans. I can never tell what Mother is thinking.
Are you feeling all right, dear? You look a little ill.
As a matter of fact, I'm feeling pretty awful, but thank you for asking.
Blacksmith in Skyrim.
Do you have anything even remotely fresh?
I slept in almost till noon today, and I kind of wish that I had just stayed in bed.
As you say.
My head aches. My skin feels like it's on fire. And everything just seems a little too bright. The sun hurts my eyes.
You're not afraid of salt, are you?
And none of this is a good sign. I'm pretty sure that I'm coming down with something, and I don't think that it's anything good.
Suit yourself then.
It's a good thing that I'm going up to the temple first thing. Hopefully, Kinnereth will grant me a blessing and cure me of whatever it is I seem to be coming down with. It's strange. I was so hungry this morning, I was ravenous. But even after eating a large meal, now I just feel sick to my stomach. I don't like this at all.
Can't miss them. Good luck on your hunt. Good day.
I do hope that Kinnereth will be pleased with what I've done, bringing the sapling back. It's not what Danica wanted, but perhaps it's better than what she wanted. I should check on the little guy, or girl? Do trees have gender? Never thought about that before. Well, it seems to be in good shape. The soil's still pretty moist. It has most of its leaves, in spite of the trek back here. I can't really imagine it standing here in place of the Gildergreen, though. It's so small compared to this. Well, small or not, it'll grow into something good, I hope. I almost wished I could be here to see it, but By the time it's grown, I'll be long gone, back in Cyrodiil, back home. Danica. Good morning.
Do you have the Elder Gleam sap?
Actually, I have something that I hope will be better. I brought back a sapling, a gift from Eldergleam.
But I can't run the temple without the support of people who are inspired by the Gildergleam. How can this little tree bring new worshippers?
Is that what you're worried about? You're worried about bringing in new worshippers and their donations? Listen, that pilgrim who accompanied me, Maurice, he said that renewal is more important than maintenance. And anyway, it's not really my problem how you get new worshippers in here.
You're right, it's mine. I may not live to see this little one grow into a new Gildergreen, but I can be remembered as the woman who planted it. I thank you, and may Kinnereth's soft rains fall before you.
Well, I suppose that's it then. If there's nothing else that you want me to do. Dragons to slay or something of the sort? No? Alright then.
The grace of Kinnereth be with you.
And with you. I should probably apologize for my tone, but I'm really not sorry. She's got to work on her priorities, if you ask me. I hope that Kinnereth agrees about my priorities, though, and that she will grace me with a blessing.
Make it stop.
Well, I feel a little bit better anyway.
Already easing.
Still exhausted from that fight last night. Well, multiple fights last night. I don't feel all that well rested after my little vacation.
So sick. Can hardly stand
Pain is
it.
already easing.
Though it seems that I'm better off than some people.
Pain is so great.
I should count my blessings. Alright, next thing to do... Ah, and there he is right there. I need to talk to Amran and deliver his sword. Good day.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
Sure. I'll be a mercenary who specializes in retrieving lost and stolen family heirlooms. Speaking of which, I have your sword.
You found it. I've been looking for that blade for months. You took on all those bandits yourself?
No, Lydia
Thank
helped.
you. Here, my father had a favorite sword and shield technique. Let me teach it to you in honor of his memory.
Ah, thank you. That's actually quite useful. I can use those skills. Well, good luck and keep a close eye on that sword. Don't let any bandits near it again, alright?
Right then.
Alright. Well, that's that taken care of. And now there's plenty of daylight left. I suppose I could get back on the road. I suppose I probably should. But I was hoping for a vacation, and I'm not leaving until I get some actual rest. So I think what I'm going to do is take the rest of the day, maybe do a little bit of reading, practice my alchemy, and there will be plenty of time for travel in the morning. And that should just about do it. Now that I've learned that new sword and shield technique from Omran, I have the feeling I'm gonna need to practice with the sword part more than the shield. So I'm gonna put a little bit more effort into that. Fortunately, I'm feeling healthier now that I've visited the Shrine of Kinnereth in the temple. It's a relief not to be feeling ill anymore. And with that, I guess it's time to get back on the road. Getting an early start of it this morning. Not that I'm really looking forward to more travel. I'd rather just stay here, or at least if I have to go out on the road, I'd prefer to be heading south towards home rather than further north up to Dawnstar. Speaking of that, though, while I was resting, I spent some time looking at my books, and I had forgotten that I picked this book up in Helgen, I think. The Holds of Skyrim, a Field Officer's Guide, for use by officers of the Imperial Legion. Now, I haven't really cracked this book open to look at it because I already knew a little something about the Holds I've visited already. The Rift, because my mother was born and grew up there and she's told me some things about it. Eastmarch, because Windhelm, of course, is the seat of so many of Skyrim's stories and legends. And Winterhold I knew because of the college and its library. Not that I knew a whole lot about it, but there wasn't a whole lot to know from my visit there. Dawnstar, on the other hand, I know very little about. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to just read through this introduction and then find the section on Dawnstar before we head up there. It'll be useful to have to have the perspective that the Legion has on the different holds. So, welcome, loyal officer of the Empire. You have been given this guide to help you and those men under your command better understand the geography of Skyrim. Since you are serving in Skyrim for a lengthy period of time, this information should prove invaluable. Skyrim is organized into 9 holds. A hold is a large area of land roughly equivalent to a county in Cyrodiil. That makes sense. From what I know of Bruma's geography, it is about the size, the whole county of Bruma is about the size of any one of the holds that I've been in so far. So, each hold is governed by a Jarl who maintains his court in the hold's capital city. 4 of these holds are fairly small and sparsely populated. As a result, the capitals are little more than towns. The 5 major cities of Skyrim act as capitals for the larger holds. Following is a detailed review of each hold. So Eastmarch I know. Hofengar I'll take a look at later, when we're closer to Solitude. Same with Hjalmarch. And the Pale. The Pale is where we're heading next. The Pale is a barren realm covered by vast fields of ice and snow. Oh, goody. Its boundaries stretch from the center of Skyrim all the way to its northern coast. Here, at the capital city of Dawnstar, can be found one of the busiest ports in the province. Alright. With access to the coastal waterways of Skyrim, Dawnstar could prove vital in the war effort. Should the Stormcloaks choose to attack Solitude from the river, this port would make a tempting target due to its close proximity. So I'd better be careful. This might be a contentious area to travel through. Then, well, I can take a look at the rest later. It's not really vital at the moment to read about, for example, Whiterun. Well, I guess we'd better be on our way then.
You there.
Excuse
the
me?
Dawn Guard is looking for anyone willing to fight against the growing vampire menace. What do you say?
The vampire menace. Dawn Guard. What's the Dawn Guard exactly?
We're vampire hunters. We search out and destroy those blood-sucking scum wherever we find them.
And you want me to join? I'm assuming you must have heard that I was involved in defending the town against that vampire attack the other night. The attack in which I was almost killed, 3 or 4 times. I'm sorry, but I think you're looking at the wrong person. I'm not going to be much good against vampires, judging by how I performed in that attack.
That's what everybody says. Right up until they find their throat being ripped out by a pack of hungry vampires. If you change your mind and decide to join the fight before it's too late, talk to Isran at Fort Dawnguard, southeast of Riften.
Well, I'll keep that in mind, but I have the feeling you'll have better luck asking someone like Lydia. She was a lot more helpful than I was against those vampires. Morning, Adrian. The sun's not even up over the walls yet. Why did I have to get up this early? Well, I suppose I didn't have to. But I heard my mother's voice in my head, calling me lazy, telling me that I've had enough of a rest. Which is probably what she would say if she were actually here. Good morning, Bera. Alright, let's pack away a few of these books. I don't really need to be carrying all of them on me right now. Even if they did make for some interesting reading. I want to take another look at this journal that I got from the bandit. So I'll keep that on me for now. I should probably sell this spell tome. I'm never gonna use it. And I'll keep these notes on me, though I don't think most of them are going to be useful. Alright. Let's get going. You ready, Garm? There's the sun. Hopefully it'll warm things up, especially since we're heading north. So, since we're heading to Dawnstar and the coast, I thought that I might take a little bit of a detour and go back to Nightgate Inn. See about that hunting opportunity. I think that Bosmer, what was her name? Colin, something like that. She did say that she wanted to go hunting up near the coast. And if it's anywhere around Dawnstar, I may as well take up the opportunity. I'm not much of a hunter, but I think I can handle myself against a few horkers. Uh-oh. It's a saber cat up ahead. And it's seen us. Ah. I'm so bad at aiming from horseback. Come on, keep circling around it. Did you get it? Nicely done, Garm. Yes, you're a good boy. Well, that could have gone a lot worse. I don't know if I want to carry all this meat. I can sell it anyway. You alright, Bera? You okay, Garm? Whew. It seems the trick to saber cats is circling around them and not letting them get a hit, because they hit hard. But if I'm on horseback, then I can maneuver quickly enough that even if I can't hit it very often because my aim is terrible, at least it won't be hitting me as often. Alright. So if I'm remembering correctly, this should be the way to the Nightgate Inn, and then that way should be the way to Dawnstar. Let me just double check the map. Yep. The Nightgate's real close. Let's get there quickly. I was hoping that the sun would stay out for just a little while. Did you hear something, Garm? Garm? Great. Ugh. There we go. Alright. Well, I'll take the pelt, but I don't think I really want to be holding on to that much meat. What? Oh, another one? I'm glad you saw it, Garm, because I did not. All this blasted snow. I mean, I don't mind snow that much, but I really prefer when it's sunny, not when it's the middle of a blizzard. Alright, here we go. Of course, there's no guarantee that that woman is still here. But it's worth a shot anyway. And if she's not here, well... What was that? Did you hear something, Garm? Oh no, that's bad. Crossbow, crossbow. There. No guards this time. Ah! Ah! Ow. Okay. I doubt anyone's gonna come out of the inn to help me. Where is it? Ah, I think I missed. Garm! Stay back! Ugh, who am I kidding? Ugh. Garm's not gonna stay back. I'm not gonna stay back. Because I don't have that much common sense. And ow! Neither does my dog. At least its breath doesn't seem to be affecting me that much. Ugh. Come on. Okay. Healing potion, healing potion. Not that I have a lot of those left. Ow! Oh, those teeth are big. Garm! Come on. I think we've almost got it. Yes! Okay, okay. Yes? Definitely yes. And it's gonna do the thing again. Oh, that feels weird. Ugh. Oh. Well, I guess we'd better go inside and let them know that the danger has passed. interesting. Not as interesting. Ugh, just got a limp inside there. Ow. Take some snowberries on the way. I don't seem to be affected much by this one that breathed frost. I wonder... I think part of that is the cloak that I'm wearing. And part of it might just be my Nordic heritage. I'm not as bothered by the cold, even if I'm not a particular fan of it. But fire is another matter altogether. Alright. For a moment there, I was almost expecting to see Rumarin. Silly of me. He's long gone by now. I saw him walking away. With you. Why did you go off with him anyway, Garm? I suppose you're not going to tell me.
Sword? It's one of them Akaviri things. You don't think...
Think what?
Think what? That full time could take you in a fight? I already thought that. And I didn't have to think very long.
Well, sounds like she's here. Ah, just the woman I wanted to see.
No one ever comes to this dump.
Well, apparently you do, and apparently I do. You mentioned that you were here to hunt horkers?
That's right. Heard they got a bunch of real fat ones by Lake Geographic. Figured they'd clubber a few and bring them back as a peace offering.
That's right, for your friend. So, will any horker do? You mentioned a big one.
Good point. If I really wanted to show the big elf I cared, I wouldn't have just any old horker. I heard that in one of them caves up north they got one as big as a galleon and as ugly as an orc's first wife. Problem is, I'm not so good at finding stuff. Losing stuff? No, I'm the queen of that. Finding? Not so much.
Well, I was thinking I could help you track down this horker since I'm heading up north now.
You what? Are you serious? By Morris's cheese breath you are. Well, far be it for me to talk you out of something stupid.
Yeah.
Now, the horkers here are too small. But Hadring says there's a horker so big it sunk an entire ship somewhere up north.
An entire ship? A ship. What's the name of this ship?
They call it a brine hammer. We should head on over there. You can take the lead, seeing how excited you are to do this. I'm more of a follower anyway.
I'm less excited now. The size of a ship? I was not thinking of that when I came up here. Hello there. I don't think we met before the last time I was here.
I really don't mean to be rude, friend, but I'm not feeling particularly sociable.
I apologize. I'll leave you alone then. He must be the orc that's a long-term tenant here, according to Hadring. Alright. So, perhaps I should not be so worried about taking on a horker the size of a ship, or that took down a ship, considering I took down this dragon a few minutes ago.